Algebra 1, 6.7, graph linear inequalities in two variables. So linear inequalities in two variables. A linear inequality in two variables is the result of replacing the equal sign in a linear equation with less than or equal to, greater than, or greater than or equal to. And the graph of an inequality in two variables is the set of points that represent all solutions of the inequality. So, example 1. Tell whether the ordered pair is a solution of 3x minus 4y is greater than 9. We have the points 2, 0, to 0. So we're going to plug 2 in for x and 0 in for y. So 3 times 2 minus 4 times 0, we're substituting in 2 for x and 0 for y. So now we simplify. So 3 times 2 is 6, minus 4 times 0 is 0, it's greater than 9. So is 6 greater than 9? The answer is no, it's not. So it's not a solution. So 2, 0 is not a solution. So now we test 2, negative 1. So we plugged 2 in for x and negative 1 in for y. So then we simplify. So 3 times 2 is 6. Negative 4 times negative 1 is plus 4, which is greater than 9. So 10 is greater than 9. That is true. So 2, negative 1 is a solution. So now, graphing a linear inequality in two variables. Step 1. Graph the boundary line. Use a dashed line for less than or greater than, and use a solid line for less than or equal to or greater than or equal to. Step 2. Test a point not on the boundary line. So we can pick any point as long as it's not on the dashed or solid line we just drew. And we check whether the ordered pair is a solution of the inequality, just like we just did. Then we shade the half plane containing the point if the ordered pair is a solution of the inequality, and we shade the half plane, the other half plane, if the ordered pair is not a solution. So, example 2. Graph a linear inequality in two variables. Graph the inequality y is less than -1/2 x plus 4. So, first thing we're going to do is graph the equation y equals -1/2 x plus 4. And the inequality is a less than, so we are going to use a dashed line. Then we test 0, 0. So we plug 0 in for x, 0 in for y. And then -1/2 times 0 is 0, plus 4 is 4, and 0 stays 0. 0 is less than 4. So we are going to shade the half plane that contains 0, 0, because 0, 0 is a solution of the inequality. So we're going to go through these steps now. Graph the equation y equals -1/2 x plus 4. So y equals -1/2 x plus 4 starts at 4 and goes down 1 over 2. Down 1 over 2. Down 1 over 2. Okay, and we want to draw a dashed line so we go ahead and draw a dashed line, and then we tested 0, 0, and we know that that is a solution, so we shade on the side with 0, 0. So all of this is our solution. Example 3. Graph the inequality x is greater than or equal to 4. So we graph the equation x is equal to 4. The inequality is a greater than or equal to, so we use a solid line. Then we test 0, 3 in x is greater than or equal to 4. And we substitute only the x value because the inequality does not have the variable y. So 0 is our x, so we plug in 0 here. Zero is not greater than or equal to 4, so we are going to shade the half plane that does not contain 0, 3, because 0, 3 is not a solution of the inequality. So y is equal to 4, or x is equal to 4, excuse me, is a vertical line starting where x is equal to 4. And we're going to draw a solid line, so it's going to be this whole thing here. Okay. Then we tested the point 0, 3, and it was not a solution, so we're not going to shade on the side with it, we're going to shade on the side without it. Go ahead and do your checkpoints. Pause the video if you need to. Now, example 4. Write an inequality represented by a graph. So we have the graph this time, and we need to go backwards and write the equation. So first thing we're going to do is notice that the slope of the boundary line is, so we go down 1 over 3, so it's going to be negative 1/3, and the y-intercept is 2. 1, 2, right here. So we're going to write an equation in slope-intercept form, which is y equals mx plus b. So substitute negative 1/3 for m, because that's our slope, and 2 for b. So we get y equals negative 1/3 x plus 2. Now we write an inequality. So the boundary line is solid, so we replace the equal sign with either less than or equal to or greater than or equal to. The graph is shaded above the boundary line, so we are going to choose greater than or equal to. So we change our equal sign here to an inequality. The one we picked is greater than or equal to. So y is greater than or equal to negative 1/3 x plus 2. Then you have a couple more checkpoints down here, so go ahead and do those. Pause the video if you need to.